Did you know that after the Great War of Kurukshetra, all the Kauravas, including Duryodhana, went to heaven? Even Yudhishthira was shocked to see him there. So today, we'll reveal the shocking truth behind their fate. The Kauravas, the so-called villains of the Mahabharata, caused war and destruction. But why did they all go to heaven? Even the Pandavas didn't? Well, it's time for an eye-opening revelation. When the Kauravas reached a heavenly realm because of a cosmic law of karma. According to this law, warriors who die bravely on the battlefield go straight to heaven, regardless of their past sins. The battlefield is their moksha, their liberation from the cycle of birth and death. You might wonder, what about Duryodhana? He schemed and plotted throughout his life. How could he hope for a peaceful afterlife? Well, remember, Duryodhana was a warrior first and foremost. He fought valiantly on the battlefield, even against his own family. For him, war was his dharma, his duty as a kshatriya. He lived for battle and died in one. So according to cosmic law, he deserved to be liberated in heaven. After the war, when Yudhishthira reached heaven, he was shocked to find Duryodhana there, enjoying divine bliss. He couldn't understand how his sworn enemy could be in such a peaceful place. That's when celestial Narada Muni appeared before Yudhishthira and explained the truth. Dying as a warrior had granted Duryodhana heaven, even though he lived a sinful life. Narada further explained that death on the battlefield is considered a noble end, a heroic exit for a warrior. It liberates the soul from the shackles of the material world and allows it to ascend to the heavens. But Yudhishthira still couldn't accept Duryodhana's heavenly abode. After all, he had caused so much pain and suffering. Then Narada Muni revealed another truth. The path to heaven isn't just about dying in battle. It's also about living a virtuous life. The Kauravas, despite their flaws, had performed their duty as warriors and upheld the values of brotherhood, loyalty, and courage. These virtues earned them the right to enter heaven. On the other hand, the Pandavas, while considered heroes, were not perfect. They too had their own flaws. Yudhishthira lied to Draupadi, Bhima was arrogant and sometimes violent, and Arjuna was partial towards his favorite son, Abhimanyu. These imperfections delayed their entry to heaven. The Pandavas had to undergo further purificatory processes to cleanse themselves of these flaws. As the celestial guide showed Yudhishthira, the Pandavas climbed the Himalayas, but one by one, they fell. Bhima was the first to fall. Overcome by the cold, he lay down and closed his eyes, never to open them again in that life. Next, Nakula and Sahadeva, exhausted and hungry, fell asleep and never woke up. Finally, it was just Yudhishthira and Arjuna left. But their journey wasn't over yet. They had to wander for 14 years, visiting holy places and performing rituals to purify themselves. Only then would they be allowed to enter heaven. At last, when Yudhishthira and Arjuna reached the top of the Himalayas, they were purified and ascended to heaven. There they reunited with their deceased brothers and joined the celestial court of Lord Vishnu. So the next time you hear the stories of the Pandavas and Kauravas, remember, the Mahabharata is not just an epic battle between good and evil. It's a profound spiritual journey that teaches us about life, death, duty, and devotion. Now, we'd like to ask you a question. Did the Kauravas, despite their flaws and mistakes, deserve to go to heaven? Or do you think the Pandavas, with their virtues and righteousness, should have been the only ones to attain divine bliss? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed this episode, we've got more fascinating stories waiting for you. Thanks for watching. Until next time.